The drums did not stop. They rolled across the kingdom from the first light of dawn, deep and steady, like a heartbeat awakening the land. People stepped out of their homes and listened. This was not the sound of celebration, nor was it the cry of war. It was older than both, a sound reserved for moments when truth could no longer remain hidden. Inside the palace, King Ajimotsi sat alone in his inner chamber. His crown rested beside him, untouched. For the first time in many seasons, fear found a place in his heart. The air felt different, unsettled, as though the very walls knew what had been done. Someone had spoken. And the king knew it was the maid. "Bring her to me," he ordered. But when the guards reached her quarters, they found only her walking staff lying on the floor. A thin trail of white ash led away from the room, winding toward the old path that led to the forbidden shrine. The king's face darkened. That shrine was the source of his strength, the place where his power had been bound to forces the people no longer remembered. By the time the sun rose higher, the village square was full. Beneath the oldest iroko tree, the elders gathered, their faces grave. The maid stood before them, calm and upright, her years of silence finally lifting from her shoulders. "The king's power does not belong to him," she said. "It was taken. Bound by blood and fed by silence." A murmur spread through the crowd. She told them everything, the secret rituals performed in the night, the carved shrine hidden from the people, and the price the land had paid for the king's unnatural strength. Every unexplained death, every sudden drought, every enemy that vanished without a trace had been an offering. When she finished speaking, the square fell silent. Then the oldest elder stepped forward. "What is bound in darkness," he said slowly, "can only be broken by the people." That night, King Ajimotsi returned to the shrine. But this time, he did not walk alone. The people came with him, carrying fire and drums, their voices rising together as one. The air trembled as the rhythm echoed through the trees. The maid stood among them, no longer bowed, no longer hidden. The king stepped forward, his voice sharp with anger and fear. "You think you can strip me of my power," he shouted. "I am the kingdom itself. But power stolen does not obey forever." The shrine cracked. The ancient symbols faded, and the air grew heavy. The king cried out as his strength left him like smoke carried away by the wind. In moments, age claimed his body. His voice weakened. His power was gone. When the dust settled, the crown lay in the dirt. The maid picked it up, looked at it for a long moment, then gently placed it back on the ground. "Let the land choose again," she said. From that day onward, the kingdom changed. No ruler lived forever, and no secret ruled in silence. The people remembered that power belonged not to darkness, but to truth. And whenever the drums sound at dawn, the elders still say that it is the voice of truth reminding the land of the maid who refused to keep the king's secret.